Hello guys, in today's video I'll be answering a really simple question, and that question is Wise versus Revolut. Which one is better? So let's just dive into our video and see which one is actually the best. For those who do not know that well, of course, Wise and Revolut are both general zip and of course in general money sending services. So of course if you're doing money transfers and of course general money works with not banks and with general apps, you are gonna need one of these apps. Wise or Revolut, of course they both have their cons and pros, so we are gonna go over those and see which one you should choose for your daily use. As you can see, we have a great table here actually for your daily usages. And of course we are gonna go over this and I'm gonna explain everything to you guys so you can just go wow, I needed Revolut for this feature, but it's better on Wise, or vice versa. You might think you need Wise for this thing, but that might be better on Revolut. As you can see, we are gonna start with the receiving costs, which is generally how you receive money and how you generally receive your allowance for any amount of money. As you can see, with Revolut, it depends on your plan, general banking plan, and the money you put to the site. As you can see also, receiving payments is typically free. If you receive a lot of small payments, this is perfect for you, which is generally just people do in, of course, depending on the country, but with Wise, it is of course normally free. So it doesn't have the plan or allowance problem, but there is a fixed fee for receiving USD if you use Wire, which is $4.14. This is a lot compared to, of course, the free receive payment option with the Revolut. So, as you can see, that's generally a problem if you are using Wise for a lot of small plans. But of course, we will see that Wise works better in some other stuff. So, if you are planning to receive money, Revolut might be your option. But when it comes to sending costs, Wise is definitely the better option here. Because with Revolut, it depends on the plan of course and the allowance like it was before, but there is a $3 international transfer, and for local stuff it's $0.2. So if you are planning to send a lot of money, Revolut might be the worst option here. As you can see, it's the opposite. When you received money, Revolut was better, but when you're sending money, Wise is generally better. As you can see, the speed is 3 to 5 days with Revolut and 0 to 2 days with Wise, which is a really big difference when you are doing international stuff. And of course there is the problem of the currencies, which of course Wise has more than 50 currencies you can use in your account and Revolut has up to 28. Of course, I'm not gonna plainly say Wise is better in this scenario because there is a thing. Maybe, just maybe, both of these apps have the currency you need. If you only use dollars, pounds, even Turkish liras, they will have those currencies. It's only really obsolete third world country currencies that Revolut or Wise might not have. So for this one, I'm not gonna give any pointers to any one of these guys here. It's a situation of you have to go ahead and check which currencies they have. For the prepaid cards, Revolut and Wise are really different, which is a general design choice. Revolut is made to be used with teams, so you can just have 20 Revolut cards and give it to different people in a company setting. And for Wise, it's a classic debit card. So Wise is better for a personal use standpoint, and Revolut is better for a team or like a family or whatever, that kind of a standpoint. So if you're like a family member trying to get cards for your family, Revolut might be better. But for a single use, Wise is the easier option. Not the better, because both of these can be used by single people. But of course, like, it's just easier to handle. And for international payments, Revolut is the really better one here. Like, almost best. I mean, of course, there's also the situation of Tipalti, but for this video, we are, of course, talking about Revolut and Wise. You can spend like a local in 150 different countries. And Wise has a receive payment option, like 10 currencies. Of course, there are like different perspectives. Spending is a lot easier than receiving, but the amount of countries and currencies you can use is still too big with Revolut. Revolut is really good on the international parts, so like, yes. And of course, with the taxes part, as you can see with Revolut, all taxes are your responsibility to report. And with Wise, it's basically the same. It does not report to HMRC or any other tax authority, so you have to handle your taxes yourself. So yes, it's like a general concern. If you are thinking about taxing, you have to do all your taxes by yourself. And of course, with massive payments, you can do bulk payments easily with Revolut. And with Wise, it's basically similar, like they word it differently, but the options are basically the same. You can send multiple transfers with the batch payments tool, and this is basically the same thing. Batch payments, bulk payments, same, different color. And with security, they both do not have a proper security, but of course there's a small difference with Revolut being acquired by the European banking license, and of course the Wise being covered by the FCA. If you're an American, FCA will be the option you know better and you will trust more. And of course, if you're a European, the European banking license is much bigger for you. The problem that like they are not covered by the FCSC is bad, but of course, depending on where you live, at least they have one security option, and your money is generally safer with Wise because it's covered by FCA. So yes, we could clearly give you the option of Wise for single use, and if you're like a company or like a big family that needs a banking option other than like a conventional bank, Revolut would be the better option. So think about your situation, and of course then talk about it with us down in the comments. We hope to see you in the next video as well. Have a great day, and goodbye.